Hey everybody, this is Patrick from Nostalgic Heart. Here on this channel, I take the opportunity to talk about and show things that are of interest to me with no real rhyme, no real reason, just in the hopes that maybe if you are doing a YouTube or Google search on this subject matter, you'll have discovered this and that it may be informative, interesting, or at the very least entertaining. Now, today we are going to be talking about Corelle. I think most people know what Corelle is, but if you don't, just real briefly, Corelle is a type of servingware. They make cups and plates and bowls and all kinds of things, and they've been doing so since 1970. I'm not a Corelle expert by any shape of the imagination, but I have used Corelle my entire life. If you are interested in Corelle, I would highly recommend you do a YouTube search. Basically, Corelle is a type of glass that is very, very resistant to breaking. It's not exactly shatterproof. You can break it, you can chip it, you can crack it, but it does take some real force. They've been around now since 1970. They come with different patterns. Some of them are extremely iconic and have been around for a really long time. Some of them haven't been around for as long. They basically introduce new patterns and they're out for a period of time and then they retire them. Or in some instances, like this one, Winter Frost White, this was one of the first ones ever introduced in 1970, and it is still something you can purchase at Walmart today. My forever sister-in-law, Amanda, she was saying how for herself, she collects the Corelle plates. And for her, she doesn't like collect them in the sense of like wanting to have one entire matchy set, which you could get just a full set of just the Winter Frost White, or you could get an entire set of the Butterfly Gold. But rather what she does when she's out thrifting, anytime she sees Corelle, she gets it. Her kitchen is full of a mismatched mixing set of Corelle. And this inspired me because I've had Corelle my entire life. I had it as a kid. I got my first set when I moved out of my home and got my first apartment. Corelle is inexpensive, so I think a lot of us, it's like a lot of our starting sets, but it's also very durable and practical. It's also very lightweight. So I know for a lot of people, it's our preferred, it's very easy. It stores very easy. It stacks very easy. And it's interesting because it's very personal because there's all these different patterns and styles. And some are more collectible, I suppose, than others. But at the end of the day, this isn't like collecting Pyrex or other types of very hard to find things. You can get Corelle still to this day at Walmart, Target. You can go into most Goodwills or Salvation Armies or thrift stores and find pieces of Corelle for very inexpensive. And because they're very durable, they hold up. So you can clean them up really well. And so my mom and I spend every Tuesday together. We like to go run around and do things. And we go to antique stores and to thrift stores all the time. So we both decided to start our own mismatched Corelle sets. Now, if you know me, I am somebody that has to have a lot of like parameters and rules with my collecting, or else I can completely lose my mind and basically go completely out of control. So for me, I use these dinner plates the most, these 10 and a quarter inch size dinner plates. So I decided I would just pick up, if I ever found them, one of any given style. Of course, I created a spreadsheet. I'm keeping track. My mom decided to do the same, but she's collecting the smaller version of these plates. And so we started doing this year. We're having so much fun. We go running around on Tuesdays. Amanda's out there. She's also trying to find us plates and find herself plates. So it's just been really awesome. We're having a great time. And so I just thought I would film a quick video. I've got my plates organized with my spreadsheet by decade. And like I said, it started in the 70s. So we've got 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, the teen 2000s, and then the present day 2000s. So we've got 6 decades of Corelle to look at right now. I have, I think, 45 plates at this time. It's very inexpensive, very fun to find them, and I only ever get one of every single pattern. So a lot of times if I go to a Goodwill and they have, like 4 of one, they'll break a set apart for me, or I'll just buy the 4, take one and redonate one. Or if Amanda doesn't have a style, I'll take, buy a pack of 4, take 2, give Amanda 1, keep 1 for myself, redonate the other 2. So it's just been really fun to do. So I thought I would just jump in and start showing you these, which is Winter Frost White. This came out in 1970. We're in 1970s here. So also in the 70s, we have the Butterfly Gold. This came out in 1970 as well. This is another, I think my other sister-in-law, Jolette, this I think is her favorite of the patterns. This is the Spring Blossom Green, also known as Crazy Daisies. This came out in 1970. And you can see these are old plates and they still look really, really good. This is Snowflake Blue, and this came out in 1970 as well. Ironically, I grew up in Old Town, Maine, and this pattern called Old Town Blue. This came out in 1972. So Old Town Blue, I love this design. This is Wildflower. This came out in 1977. This one, over time, depending on how well these have been cared for or treated, you can start to see some scratching or some fading of the colors. This is in pretty good shape. This is Indian Summer. This came out in 1977. This is in great shape. I love this so much. This is Woodland Brown. This came out in 1978. And then my last one that I have from the 70s is Burgundy, and this came out in 1978 as well. Okay, so that is the 70s. There are so many more other patterns from the 70s. These are just the ones that I currently have. Let's bounce up to the 80s. I was born in 1978, so the 80s are the ones I remember as a kid. This is Melissa, and this came out in 1985. This is my favorite. This is Country Violets. This came out in 1986. I love this. This is just one that I remember lots of people that I knew had as a plate, and I really like this. This is Country Violets, 1986. This is Rose from 1986. And then this is Blue Lily from 1986. I think it's interesting to sort of see the decades, to sort of see what was kind of a trend or a theme. This is Morning Blue from 1987. And then my last one from the 80s is Forever Yours. This is 1988. And that is the 80s. I have a lot of plates here from the 90s. I think it's the one I have the most of. This is one of my favorites. This is Black Orchid, 1990. And then we have this Statue of Liberty from 1991. I'm going to use this year on the 4th of July. That's the other thing. I love pairing the plate up with the meal. This is Provincial Blue, 1992. Like if there's a plate that sort of fits your meal. This is, I love the simplicity of some of these. This is Natural Elements, 1992. And it's just this like more of a, it's not a bright white plate. It's more of a cream colored plate. There's a handful of them like that. And then it's got these like really earthy green and brown stripe. This one is English Breakfast from 1994. Also I love a lot of them. This is Lyrics, 1995. Some of them are not my style, but some of them I really like. I love this one. It's very 90s. Lyrics, 1995. And this is Rosemary, 1995. You can see this one's got a bit more scratching here. It doesn't bother me at all. It doesn't deter me from using it. This is Farm Fresh, very iconic design. Great for like summer. For me, this is Country Cottage. This was the first set of dishes I bought myself when I moved out of my childhood home and into my first apartment. And actually, I didn't buy it for myself. It was a gift. It was a full set of this plates. And then last one from the 90s is Apricot Grove, 1997. So you can see the sort of constantly changing designs. And again, this is just nothing compared to what there are for designs and styles out there. And there's some that I've seen, and then some that it's always fun to find them in the wild and have it be a design you've never seen before. This is Sandstorm 2003. I love it because it's just a solid blank cream color. I really like this one a lot. This is Classic Cafe Blue from 2005. So we're in the 2000 to 2010 now, the early 2000s. Classic Cafe Blue 2005. We have Secret Garden 2005. We have Memphis 2005. We have the Classic Cafe Black 2006. We have, this is called, what is this one called? Squared 2006. I love this when I'm doing like burritos, Mexican, rice, anything like that. Spicy foods. Garden Gate 2006. City Block is my 2007, and that is what I have for this decade, which is the first decade of the 2000s. So that brings us to Neoleaf, which came out in 2010. Garden Sketch Bands, which came out in 2011. Blue Hearts, which came out in 2011. This is Bondi, 2012. Splendor, 2014, and this is still available at most Walmarts. This has been a very long-running pattern for them. This was a Happy Holidays 2016 plate. And then this is one I just recently got. This is called Payden. This is 2017. And then we have Garden Red, 2019. And my last one from the 2010 to 2019, this is Amalfi Verde, 2019. And that brings us to our present day. Okay, so from 2020 to 2026, we've got 3. I have Amelia, 2023. Blue Ribbons, 2025. And Flowering Fern, which is also at most Walmarts right now. This is Flowering Fern, 2025. And that is 6 decades of Corelle. I think this qualifies me for officially being in my grandma core era. Do you collect Corelle? Have you had Corelle? If so, what were your favorite patterns? What are your favorite styles? Anyways, sound off in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching this quick video on Corelle. Thanks again so much for watching, and until the next video.